Hello, guys. Good evening, everyone. So, am I audible, right, Kenny?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll have a quick discussion today. There is nothing much agenda on today's discussion. We'll mostly see your progress, whatever the thing you're working, and you can guys can update or any questions. So, the major challenges we are facing, like in terms of gate, we have to master a little bit. In terms of team, so Kenny and myself are talking how we can, do some more research personally and, come up with a better process guidelines so that we can help each other out. Because there are still few people are struggling into effectively uses of Git. And Git is a bit complex topic. So, and it is good opportunity that multiple people are working in the same code base. So we'll be grow as we learn. So we'll be going to help out. Today also I discussed with Saurav and given some very high level guidelines. You guys can watch the video that is hosted in YouTube and Twindle. But that is not addressing a very specific issue. So I encourage anybody who are learning. So please create more videos on Git process. What are the process you are following, or you learn initially you're doing something differently, or so that would be helpful. And I can see that people are coming up and taking that ownership. For example, says I assigned ticket to Sekhar and he was keen to address and he's trying his best to uh, put into effort into EPUB generation. And even though it is PR is selected or rejected, but keep contributing so you'll get more confidence and comfortable. And I can see Madhusudan also joined today, and he already raised PR and it got approved. He did some improvement. And also there are a couple of other people like Saurav also actively contributed, started. So I'm getting good traction in terms of most of the team members. So we have started seeing some code. So initially let them code, initially the simple code changes. I'm expecting to do that. It will give them the confidence that how they can start contributing, run the code, and execute it. And if you see that there are few still people are having confusion in terms of how to run the Twindle CLI, I'll be really appreciate like Pranav or somebody like can take the ownership and create a dedicated video tutorial how we can run the CLI and what are the without showing your credential password, but be very slow and tell step by step because people are still struggling like how to get that Twitter access, whether it is needed or not, and there is some confusion. Pranav or Vijay can take the lead and come up with some documentation that would helpful for people to get into speed. So and Joel also looks like busy, but today I see one design he come up with. So maybe he will be continuously working. But the first priority would be that Amin and Swarov and other people. That is fine, Pranav. Whenever you get chance, or somebody else also can take that initiative to create some video on how to run it. And the Twindle Wave, we are not getting that much traction because that is a bit difficult to. I'm also a little bit occupied with the Twindle CLI only. That would be the first priority. And a couple of thought process we are having. I'm going through like what are the implications of the scrapping, and can we use some kind of different authentication mechanism to get the Twitter API, or that will be ongoing activity. We'll keep on experimenting, learning more about that. And EPUB generation, today I have not seen any activity from Tolga. Maybe he's working on the side or he may be getting some other priority. Like, yeah, it is open to you guys. You can one by one can discuss whatever you have done, did some progress. We are happy to listen from you guys. Anybody?
Hello, Praful.
Yes,
Hello.
Sekhar, go ahead.
Yeah, I have created an article as Kenny suggested me. So that like a beginner, whatever you are learning from mentors and whatever question you are asking from them, he told me that to create write an article, and so I made a JavaScript code.md article. where anybody who asks or you have questions, any questions related to JavaScript, and that is related to the Twindle. So they can write there, and if someone have the answer, they can write and raise the PR. So I made that article. Yes.
Yeah, that's a very good initiative. I really appreciate. But if you don't mind, in the docs, Twindle and docs folder, there is articles. I think this is a place you should put it. I am not able to see that file.
Okay. Okay. I will.
Yeah, Twindle, docs, and articles. Inside that you put. Yeah, whatever the learning we are getting related relevant to Twindle, like please feel free to put it so it would be helpful to lots of people. Okay, that's a very good initiative, Sekar. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anybody else want to jump in and say that whatever you done yesterday and what you are thinking to do tomorrow and something like that?
Hello, hello,
Yet, yet.
Praful. Can I ask some questions
Yeah, go ahead.
in the code base? There is an scrapping folder index.js. Can you open it, please? Yeah, scrapping.
Yeah, go ahead.
Little bit downwards. Scroll down a little. Yes. So the function. I think the function here is doing something like the click function is doing something like, we are clicking show replies button, right, in this function. So show replies button, and it is clicking that button so that more tweets can be generated, and after that it's doing will it keep pushing those into those IDs we have generated into that IDs dot push ID. I mean, will it keep generating? Will it not stop?
Puru, do you want to answer that?
Yeah, so answer that question. Yes, it's just not going to stop. Yeah,
That
it's going
means
to just
I mean, if the show replies and somewhere ends, so do we need here some error condition or something like that?
I did not understand it. What did you mean exactly? Like show thread button will end somewhere.
I mean, show replies button will. I mean, there must be some limited reply, right? Only limited replies, right? And somewhere it will end.
Yeah. What does it do? Is
So I mean to say that will it keep clicking that reply button
no
even
no
if
it
it if
uh,
ends?
no, it's actually one single time. It's going to find the first button that's there and it's going to click that. That's it.
Okay,
Only the first button.
okay,
Yes.
single button, single click. Okay, I got it. Okay, thank you.
The better approach would be to like run a while loop and click all the buttons. I mean, intelligently, not all of them, because we'll have just way too many responses. But yeah, that's the idea. I think we should implement a while loop, constantly
Yeah.
checking and checking.
Because show reply will be more than once, I think, in every.
Yeah,
That's why I
uh,
was saying that because it will. That's why I was asking that will it keep clicking?
yeah, that's a valid concern.
Okay, thank you for that. I will ask another question. So it is in rich rendering.js. Can you open it, Ruffle, please? in transformation rich rendering. Yeah, transformation folder rich rendering .js. Yeah, rich rendering.js. So here I think, is there a spelling mistake or something like media key? Can you search it? Media key within the curly braces. Yes, it should be keys, I think. I don't know. I checked in the JSON file. Is it? I don't know whether it should be key or keys. I think it should be keys. Guru, can you check it quickly?
Are are you referencing to the tweet or obj dot attachments dot media keys, or the variable that I declared?
Yeah, the variable that you declare, media key.
No, he's
Yeah,
looping through a bunch of arrays. So that's a different variable. Media key of media keys. So there are
No,
two different variables here.
okay, this one
actually,
is different from the which we have received because it's a variable. It should be same as the JSON that replied, no? Or
yeah,
it is different.
let me explain it a bit. Actually, you can see the media keys is written in camel case,
Yeah.
while there is the tweet obj dot attachments dot media keys, right, is there in the with the underscore case. I know what it's called. So yes, we are getting the media underscore keys, but I use the JavaScript convention and just renamed it to camel case. It doesn't matter a lot.
Okay. So it should be key. Okay.
Uh, no. It should be media keys only. It's actually an array.
No, I think what he's talking about is he's finding two variables. One is called media keys and the other is called media key.
Yeah.
That is a loop variable, media key of media key. So both are valid,
Okay.
Tom.
Okay. Okay.
Does
Okay.
that make
Okay.
sense? So
Yeah.
see,
Yeah. It's
he has written a loop there which says
mhm.
media key of media keys. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay. 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 I will check it again. So okay.
And I think
Thank you for the.
also Trombley, I think also Puru, is there a media underscore key object also inside that object?
Yeah. Inside JSON file there is nothing like media underscore key. It is keys. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, because at line 37, Puru was checking for media
Yeah.
underscore key
Checking.
also.
We have to.
So
Uh,
maybe that's also there.
it should be keys. I think. But please check it. I will check it
Uh,
too. I think maybe I'm wrong.
Trombley, let me explain it. You can look at line 35. It's for let media key of media keys, right?
Right.
I'm actually declaring the variable media key. I'm just declaring it. Like it could be anything. It could be like chocolate. Let chocolate or media
Yeah,
key.
yeah.
It could be anything. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's
I will check
exactly.
it again. Okay.
It's just a name.
Okay.
You can
I
replace
have.
media.
Okay. I will ask another question then. Then there is a helper
One
.js
second,
in.
TRT. Maybe you want
Yeah,
to ask something
yeah,
related
yeah,
to
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. Go
No,
ahead.
no. I'm just trying to explain the same that I think Kenny does before. You can replace media key for any word. Hmm? For example,
Okay. I will check. I will.
chocolate or whatever. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if it's what you are asking for.
Okay. I will check it again. I think maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Praful, you can go ahead in the helper.js transformation folder again. Helper.js file in the transformation. Yeah. And the regex, I think there should be uh, 0 to 9, A to Z, small a to Z, then capital A to Z, then underscore, then 0 to 9. Because, in the username, there can be in the regex, there can be in Twitter username, there can be a number also. For example, take my name and you can see it, right? It will fail. I think I
Yeah, that's a good
use that
catch
function.
because
It
even
gave me
I
an
just
empty.
saw one username like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, that's a
it
good
gave me
catch.
an empty. Take my name only. I tested it myself. It gave me an empty array. That's why I think that's there should be 0 to 9 also.
Oh,
Uh,
so that's why we got an empty array. There was a bug filed by
Yeah, yeah,
Profile
yeah.
also, which was
Yeah,
related to
somebody asked. I don't know. So somebody asked that question. I think there should be 0 to 9 along with small a to Z, capital A to Z, then underscore. Then it should be 0 to 9.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
catch.
thanks, Puru, for completing it.
Yeah, TRT,
Okay,
can you
so
create a issue
here,
and raise a
yeah,
PR
yeah,
regarding to that? I want you to fix that
yes,
issue.
yeah, I will do it because I am on mobile. So very sorry that I didn't create it. I could have fixed all those, but due to some
No,
problem, I
no, no,
couldn't.
no need to hurry. You
But
are doing
I will do that. Okay, I will
exactly
do that.
1 second, TRT. You are doing very
Okay,
good thing that bringing into the way you are approaching and understanding the code, right? I encourage every other people to
yeah,
do the same. It is really very valuable time we are spending into this discussion. I really enjoy this kind of discussion. You are going one by one and helping because the people also will get the approach you are following and the way you are
okay.
explaining it. So thanks very much, and you go ahead, whatever you want to continue.
No, because no, I thought that I would let discuss before so that I don't want to create a problem there in the code base. It's all right, I think, but there are some problems. That's why I thought let me discuss it prior going to correct all those.
There are two things you can
So
feel free to
is it okay?
discuss. At the same time, you are feel free to raise PR. Nothing going to be great. So both the approach will fine. Because of somebody feel bad or it will break something, don't stop you to contribute. That is one important thing.
Okay, okay,
Second important thing, you can always give a, in the meeting, you can discuss whatever you found and whatever the PR you raise. But first raise the PR because we should try to work in a async model. We can't wait for everybody to get
okay,
confirmation, then you start working. That model is not good.
okay,
You,
okay.
if
I
you
will do
think
that.
something wrong, you raise a PR and take Puru or Mira or somebody to review, or Kenny and myself will
Mm-hmm.
look into the code. But and also it is good thing that you are bringing into the meeting so that other people will get benefited. What is your observation? Does that make sense?
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes, perfectly. Can I ask
Uh,
another question then?
one question. One question.
Yeah,
So if I don't, or if I understand right, this regular expression doesn't include zero.
yeah, 0 to 9. That means
Ah,
there is no number in the regular expression. So whenever you pass a URL to it, the with username with any number, it will not give any result to you.
okay.
Does it make sense?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. I'm not
Okay,
expert
okay.
on regular expressions.
We might
No,
have to
it's
look at
easier way.
Yeah, we might have to look at where this code is being called, because I don't think it's being called right now because we're already passing the ID. There is no need for us to extract the ID from the URL. This function was originally meant
I
to
think
extract
it's
the ID.
Ah.
that's why I think because I checked it, it was giving me the PDF for the numbers. I think that's why I want to ask that why it is giving even there is something wrong. So maybe this is not called somewhere or something like that. I don't know. I have to check it again.
Yeah, so this is not the issue, but Ramli, that's a good catch because I also observed that the bug that Proful raised, the user ID had a number
I,
in
I
it.
I think it is being used when we are doing that pushing ID kind of thing because we are using all those IDs and then from that from that
Oh.
time node we are catching the URL, right? That there I think we are using it.
Yeah, I need to check that code because I did notice that the bug that Proful created, it had a number in the ID. So maybe, yeah, this
Yeah,
is being used somewhere. I don't know.
because the time node that I discussed in my first question, that I think that is where the problem is. That time node is catching the URL of URL ID, the whole URL, and
Okay,
that I
ping
think
me on
that's the
Discord
problem.
after the
Okay, okay,
meeting. We can walk through it
I
and
will
figure it out.
raise an issue. I
Yeah,
will raise
yeah,
an
you
issue.
also raise an issue. And if you have time, ping me on Discord later. We can look through it.
Correct. Okay, last question. Tweet endpoint.js file that is in validation directory. Can you go there, Rafal? Validation directory tweet endpoint.js. So down. Yeah, that difference in days. Yeah, difference in tweet. That greater than 7, I think, somewhere. Up. You can scroll up a little bit up. Yeah, that. greater than 7. So if this difference in days, that means it's calculating some current time minus. So I'm assuming that it's in millisecond, and it is converting in days by dividing it with even that expression. So different. Suppose if the exact days come to be 7, then will this be valid? 7 greater than 7, will it or it will fail? I think, I don't know.
Yeah, that's an edge case I haven't tested. I mean, this code, extracting the number of days from the difference in time, I found it somewhere, so I just picked it up.
Yeah, he didn't correct it to 7 because we have to use also the floor, I think maths dot floor, because it will be in points somewhere, 6.9. So it can, create a 6.9, and if we attach it to maths dot floor, it will, do it to 6 days directly. So 6 greater than 7. I don't know.
Yeah,
We
feel
can,
free
we
to
have to check it.
change it. We'll
Yeah,
test it with the
yeah,
changed code.
we have to test it. Yeah. I think that's all. I think I don't have anything
Yeah, this
else.
is very
Thank you.
good, TRT. And one thing I want to add here, this is a
Yeah,
kind of pure function. I think there is no dependency here and there. This is a very good candidate
because
for doing writing lots of test cases and covering more scenario on that. So we'll
yeah,
be,
I tested it because if I write in JavaScript 6 point followed by 17 digit, 6.9999 up to 17 digit, and it comes out to be true for equals to 7. Is it equals to true? And but if it is 6 point, some 16 nines, so it comes out to be false. So I don't know.
yeah,
We have to check
that's
it.
a really very detailed, thorough analysis of the
No,
code. I think it is
I don't
very
know.
good, TRT, for
Yeah,
Twombly.
these are very extreme edge cases, but I
No,
think I
you
have
are
to point it
encouraged.
out.
See, the more important benefit you will get, you'll able to, learn by yourself. And that is the main idea of this project. And about my
Yeah.
idea about reading the Kindle, I already finished that. I can read the
Hmm.
Kindle. I should retire now. There is no need for me anymore. But
No,
now we have
I
to,
thought it may be important for
yeah,
some
yeah.
of
The
few
way you are
people's,
analyzing, and I
developers.
encourage everyone who want to go through that, read the code thoroughly. And this is excellent analysis, and I hope you'll keep doing that and enlighten us about your observation daily. Okay.
Not enlightened. I will keep pointing out. So thank you, Praful, for that.
Yeah. Thanks. Anything else, TRT?
No, all right, everything all right. I will ask my doubt someday if I found something.
No problem. You are free to do that.
Thank you for the time.
Yeah, Puru, do you want to tell your progress, whatever you are working or what you are planning to work tomorrow or coming days?
Yeah, so I didn't write anything today because first of all, like my relatives are visiting and I just got really sick, so I didn't do anything today. But yeah, my recent plan is just primarily testing and just those weird edge cases primarily because well, I introduced a lot of them when I made those rich trending stuff. So I think I need to take responsibility for that. I mean, of course, we all can do that, but yeah, that.
Okay, thank you, Puru.
Puru, I might need your help in figuring out how to merge different threads together in the PDF. So right now we are only handling one thread, right? But Proful had raised an issue about merging multiple threads in the same PDF. So we might need to look at how the tweet structure has to change and how the handlebars side, if any change needs to be done on that side. I just need to have a talk with you. I can handle the code if you're busy with something else, and if you're sick, I don't want to disturb you. But let's just have a small discussion maybe with Kenny, whoever is interested, and we'll see if any changes, major changes have to be done.
Yeah, I'm all in on the discussion. We can all
Okay.
figure out something.
Yeah, so let's schedule a call for that sometime.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, that would be my. I am looking for that is the one very important feature I am looking forward to it. Like multiple threads from same author to start with, and multiple thread with multiple author. So I just think through both the scenario. Both the scenario would be important. Okay? Mira, as you already discussed, do you want to touch upon like what your priorities are and what's your keeping you busy?
So this multiple thread issue, before that I started working on the user timeline issue. So basically the one issue that you had raised about fetching the recent tweets of a user. So I'm working on that. I'll probably have a fix today. Yesterday I fixed the error case scenarios, like if the environment variables are not set up correctly, or if the email is not being sent, that one weird error that I think it was Aderinto who got that weird error from mail, the SMTP module. So whatever errors that I could find and I could replicate, I have fixed them. I did not close those issues, so appropriate people can close it. I can probably tag the PR in those issues. So I was working on these two. So today I might have time to finish off that user timeline module, and I will schedule the call for the merging different threads issue. The other thing that today you spoke to me, Praful, was about the OAuth token. So I personally think it's a great idea. I'm not sure what kind of hurdles we'll face. So can I explain a little bit about what you wanted to accomplish, Praful?
Yes, sure. Go ahead, Mira.
Yeah, so right now we have an application where we provide the bearer token for access from Twitter API. So for this bearer token, each of us have to apply for a bearer token from Twitter developers API project. So the problem with this is the whole the selection process is a little bit random. They take some time, and not everybody can get an access token down the road. So it's not scalable as well. So what Praful suggested was to use the OAuth tokens. I have worked with OAuth in other service providers. I've not worked with them in the case of Twitter. But how OAuth works is we create a common project setup somewhere, and they provide something called a project ID and a secret key. So using those two variables, we set up our application to enforce a Twitter login. So every time we run the application, Twitter will ask for a login. It will generate a token for this specific user. So you don't need an access token that's common, but rather using your Twitter ID and login, you can generate an access API key, which is temporary. So it's basically for your account. And with that, you can access the Twitter API endpoints. That is my end goal. So this way, we can get rid of the access token part, and we can just use regular Twitter login facility. Does that make sense?
Meera, just a quick question. Have you tried using, for example, in our browser when we're logging into Twitter, we would be able to look at the request tab or something to find the current token that our user ID is generating. Have you tried running the API request with that token?
No, I have not.
If that works directly, then we're good to go. Otherwise, we would need to look into the API documentation.
Okay, I'll try that. But basically, the purpose of this this route that we're trying to take is to avoid the access tokens, which is for application access, and rather focus on the user tokens. So these are different scenarios altogether. But I do have one question, Praful, because mostly when we do this setup, like, signing in with third-party service, those kinds of setup, we can get the OAuth tokens. So that is okay. But usually we'll save it in the session information. And then when we log out, we need to get rid of that OAuth token because mostly the OAuth tokens are temporary. So I'm not sure how to implement that in a CLI based application. So we might have some hurdles, but I'll definitely look into it and then create an issue with whatever I found. Okay, because I didn't have time to do the research today. So I'll just look into it a little bit and then create the issue, and people can comment and give their feedback, and whatever they found as well, they can comment on the issue.
Yeah, just to add, Mira, this would be a second priority, and even though it will take 1 or 2 weeks, it should be fine. I'm not, because we have some working model. Let us make it future proof and handle this our own issues, even though there is a bearer token key. And this
I think
OAuth,
it would be a huge code
this
change.
OAuth token will just because you remember initially when we started project, you analyzed V1 and V2 and did some good research parallelly. So it is parallel activity, but you keep on updating the progress, but this is not urgent or required. But this is the
Yeah, I'm not going to do
direction.
any coding for this. I'm just going to look into it to see if it's possible or not, and probably use a REST client to check out, like the way Kenny said, like if we can get the access token from Twitter login directly, then we don't even need to go to the API route. So we'll need to see, I mean, I need to do some research into it, but I won't be doing any coding, Praful. So yeah, it'll take time.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Mira. Anything else to it?
No, I was also looking into those bugs that you had filed, some edge case scenarios that you couldn't retrieve the PDF. So I'm looking into that. So Tromley, that was a good catch. Like he's saying, what he's saying is correct. So if there is a number in the ID, then the tweet threads are not being returned. I'm not sure why that's happening, because the code that we looked at is not causing the issue. There is somewhere else some other problem. But yeah, definitely I'll see what's going on.
I would suggest,
So, yeah.
Mira, instead of fixing the bugs that let it to keep for some other people to analyze, you focus on the multiple thread and user issue. That would
Sounds
be a
good.
bit important from my point of view.
No, it's just that I mean, to debug the bugs that you had created, we need to use an API REST client to see what is being actually returned by Twitter. So whether our code is the issue or Twitter itself is creating some issue, we are not sure, right?
That
So
is
that's why
fine.
I
That is the
tried.
edge cases. That is not priority at this moment. But multiple
Oh,
thread is the
okay.
priority one. So collaborate
Okay,
with
sounds good.
Puru. Puru has also some important tasks. I want test coverage, and he needs to, So you have to take that multiple thread end to end, Mira. If somebody want to contribute with somebody, I want you to take it that everything, and Puru can focus
Okay.
on testing framework at this moment. That sounds good, Puru. On some other issues he is facing in terms of rendering that other issues. Puru, does that make sense?
Yeah, like jest testing and the bugs.
Yeah, and the bugs. Yeah. But the testing coverage, as I'm stressing it out, it would be very critical, because you can see people are interested, and if you can listen the TRT, he is afraid to break the code. So testing coverage will give a confidence to him that you are not going to break the code. If you do breaking, it will be local. If you run npm test, it will complain you there and there. Okay, I
Yeah.
think we are in same page. Yeah, you try whatever the best. I not need to be 100%, but get to a decent level, so that we encourage everyone who is writing the code, they can keep on updating test case. So I'm not expecting you to complete 100%, but we should be come into some decent stage, covering all the scenarios, and I have confidence on you that you can pull it out. Okay, Puru?
Yeah, sure.
Uh, Fabio, can you just explain about your experience in terms of running the CLI? What are the challenges you're facing?
Yes, Praful. Well, I'm trying to do what Kenny post, like to run npm and install and so on. I found that as Mita said, I have to apply for a
Sorry to
dev.
interrupt you. Before you proceed further, can you explain about the first step, what you are trying to do there?
Sorry, Praful.
In the first line in the screen, what you are trying to do there?
I'm just trying to copy the Twindle CLI folder to another, for example, for my desktop or something.
Kenny, do you want to add something here?
Yeah, I'm not sure why, Fabio, you had to copy it. Could you explain on that?
Just because I want to prove it outside, for example, Twindle folder and so on. Why?
Yeah,
I got it. What he's doing, I think he's trying to copy the Twindle folder to some other directory
Yes.
that he want to test,
Yes.
so that he will not mess with the Twindle client directly. I think that's what he's doing.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that is fine, but you can also just once you have your version cloned and you have the latest version, you can just try it there itself. So it will probably not break anything. So even if you break something, you will get to learn something how to fix it, right? So
Yes.
I think you should not be scared about doing that. You will not overwrite any of the existing code, so that is fine. So yeah, I think that is what Propel is also suggesting.
Yes,
But
Fabio, just for you don't need to afraid. The problem with the copyright, each time there is a few people changes the code is changing very, quickly. So I want you to keep on
yeah,
testing, so that you don't need to copy again and again. That is the additional step you need to perform. So wherever you did the fork and clone the repository, there you have to pull the changes and keep on running it. So it won't break. If you face any issue, report that issue, okay? There is no need to copy.
okay.
Yeah.
But if I, for example, if I install or run npm install on Twindle CLI on the same folder, it creates node modules and so on. I'm not sure if it's an. Okay.
That's a perfect way to do
Okay.
that. So and Puru also pinch in to help you. So that there is a git ignore file. So
Yes,
that node
exactly.
module is
That's
not going to push into the git repository. And just to add it here, Puru raised one very valid point. We need more Git mentoring, and Git is very essential skill like testing. And myself, Kenny were discussing in the coming days. I today also I created one video just giving a high level. So this should be
Mhm.
I will also and Kenny and I will encourage everybody to pinch in, create videos discussion regarding Git. So this Git would
Yes.
be priority. The more you know, that would be better. But just to answer
Okay.
the question, node module won't be get posted. Whichever the extra file you are creating, right, like PDF or the thing, it won't be committed and won't go to the master branch. So you should be rest assured that is taken care of it.
What I do is or what I did is to copy this folder to another place. Okay, it's because well, I, for example, if something changed, I will download again or on my local repository and copy it again.
No,
It's
don't do that.
written.
I want
Don't
you to
okay.
make your life easier, simpler, so that you
But
enjoy
for
the
example,
process.
one question. Sorry if I am so well. Mm, the git ignore there is not modules folder. Is it right on Twindle CLI? If I do a commit or a git push or something, uh, I can't explain.
Yeah, that's fine, Fabio. We won't get into deep detail. Maybe you can approach to Puru. He said like Fabio contact me on Discord, then he will sort it out. And make sure you
Okay,
guys
yeah,
both record the session and upload into YouTube. That would be very much interesting for the beginner. Make sure that you record it. And Zoom is better for recording. You get into Zoom call. Puru, you're going to record it, right?
yes, please.
Puru?
Will be easier.
Yeah, I think yeah, Puru has mic issue. No, Fabio, I think you have to install Zoom or something. You have to go to contact Puru.
Yeah, it has inbuilt recording.
Yeah, make sure that you
Whoever
record it.
starts the call can just record it.
Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
yeah, Fabio, I think we are good for the update for you. Thank you. Keep on doing that, and I think you'll get the result soon, and you'll get the Twitter access. Okay. I mean, can you just give an update like how the Twindle wave is progressing and what's
Okay.
your
Okay.
observation?
Currently, I'm waiting for the TT Alpido to do the testimonials part before. Then after that is done, then we'll move on to the light mode and dark mode. Then hopefully, we are planning to create an express server for the data transfer from and to the website, such that the files and everything can be transferred easily. So it's slow because we have to wait for TT to complete it, because she was like she's doing it and it's taking time because she went out and everything. So we're like, okay, no problem.
Okay, okay, sounds good. And Joel also updated the design. You may want to get in touch with him to discuss. So Amin and Akshay, I think you guys are mostly way. Please take the initiative and lead that thing. do some progress on that. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. Hello, Praful.
Yeah, Akshay.
So I had a discussion with Joel today itself in the morning, and I think he will be quite busy for some time because of the interview process. So he said, "Ki you go on without us, without me. I will just create the design in Figma, so you can just code in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript from your own account." So I think we are ready to go. So we can everybody who is just taking initiative and raising a PR can just you can just merge it and we can just review this code. I mean me or anybody else. So I think it's good. We are good to go in the Twindle web.
Okay, so you guys keep on reviewing your code. At least one approval if I get, I'll definitely merge it. So Puru and Akshay, or who I'm seeing that you both are bit active, and Titli and somebody. So please cross review and approve it so that we can merge it. And you can try to, like the team page, Akshay, you have to come up with some design, right? You go with some more design. But I was looking for some more design work, but it is because he's busy. And as per my personal preference, right? I want our site to look like Notion.so. You guys explore the Notion. If you like, it should be like mostly black and white theme, and you explore it that if you can take some inspiration from Notion website. So I personally will like it. Okay.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
Praful.
for sure.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Anybody
I
else
do
want
have
to
Notion.
enter into? And Puru has asked some question like accessibility. That would be important, Puru, but I think we can that can wait because we are still struggling into designing and coming up with website, and mostly people are there available for HTML CSS code. A very aggressive team to build anything, but unfortunately we don't have a good design skill. So that's where we are lacking. That is the only drawback. So as I suggest, we have to keep on experimenting instead of waiting other thing. Yes, sure. Yeah, I personally feel Notion would be a good reference point that will make our website clean because Kindle is black and white, and it is a good design. If we can stick to that theme, then I personally will like it. Edenito, hi Edenito. Edenito, can you able to speak? I think he has some issues. Alejandra Pinto. No problem. Aram, you are able to run your Node Chile?
Yeah, I mean, the only issue is what I raised yesterday. So yeah, I'll keep on trying if maybe I could find solution.
No. You are able to generate the PDF?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the only issue was the transfer of the PDF to Kindle. That's the only issue. The PDF, yes, I'm able to generate it. So the only issue is what I raised yesterday.
That is a very straightforward issue. I think somebody can help. You can contact Mira or Puru or Kenny or whoever want to. Anybody want to help Aram because he's able to generate the PDF. That means he has API access. You want to send it to Kindle. Like configuring the email address, password. He is struggling.
Yeah, I can help. And the error that he's seeing right now, I mean, in the issue that he had posted yesterday, he won't be able to see it anymore. So he'll now get a clear error that says, the set SMTP settings is not correctly configured or something like that. So then I can help him. He once he runs it, he'll know what the error exactly is, and then I can tell him how to configure it.
Okay, I'll reach out to you on Discord.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Pinto, it is fine that if you are struggling with English, but if you want to say hi or just talk about just little bit slowly, we are happy to listen to you because you are attending call regularly. We want to hear from you. Go ahead. That's fine. So I think we covered. Like, Bijay, do you want to? You have the final concluding remarks. Then we can close the call.
Yes, Praful. As you mentioned, we'll think about that. And maybe Pranav is, as he told, busy. But I'll try to get information about that API thing which you told. So maybe how to get that on board easily. So I'll get that kind of an article or kind of video. First, I'll do my research and get that done. I think, yeah, we are in a good place.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a good day ahead. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.